the question that is at the top of the list is the issue of political party primaries, and how political parties primaries then will translate to credibility of producing candidates, which Marijan was mentioning. And from where we sit, the manner in which candidates are selected by political parties themselves become an important factor. What has been of important value is looking at the political parties' membership, which is register of members. And because credibility of party primaries depends also on who actually is the voter in that particular primaries. And from where we sit, we are looking at cleaning up of the membership register by political parties. We have had discussions with them so that the people who vote during the party primaries are actually the people who are members of that political party. And that's why of late you have heard us say that we want the membership register to be publicly available to Kenyans to inspect. And we put it on e-citizen platform. The next thing that we want to do is create a shortcode that Kenyans are able to inspect that register just by a shortcode, so that they are able to advise themselves on which party they want to belong and which one they want to continue belonging. What we are telling political parties, this time round, we do not expect that they are going to pick the IBC register so that they use it in their party primaries. We expect that they shall use their own register, and therefore they are working to clean it up. We have seen quite a number of initiatives from political parties who are actually even registering afresh their members. And what we usually say, in all intent and purpose, a political party membership register is not a list of supporters. It's actually people who are willing to join and support the party as members. There's a difference between political parties members and supporters of a political party, because members are the ones who are supposed to make decisions within that political party. So it has been of concern to us for parties wanting to have so many large data, as if the register is what actually determines the credibility. But we have seen countries where even very big political parties having less than 100,000 members. A good example is the Labour Party of the UK, which have only about 63,000 members, yet it has many other million supporters. So the issue of register is very important, so that we separate the register and the supporters, the members and the supporters. Supporters, any person can support a political party. The other important issue that we wanted to raise is the legal framework, which we are looking at the question of the manner in which then political parties are regulated. We have seen, and that's what we are proposing to Parliament through our Amendment Bill 2021, Political Parties Amendment Bill 2021, that for any party to go to party primaries, then they must declare which method they are going to use. If a party cannot afford the universal suffrage, there are other methods to do that, to elect and come up with political parties candidates, including interviews, including delegate conference, including college, electoral colleges. There are several other methods that can be used. So the parties should declare which method they are going to use, so that you don't declare one and towards the end of the tail, then you change to another. There's also the question of the choice, especially for candidates, whether they want to run as independent candidates or they want to run as party candidates. We have seen people where people are not clear, even right now. And one discussion that has gone into the legal reform, and I think IBC will maintain it, is that there should be no window where a person crosses from being a candidate of a party to becoming independent candidates. By so doing, from where we sit, we think it is strengthening of political parties. So for that reason, our feeling is that then the issue of the candidate, people and Kenyans should choose in which manner they want to participate in election, as party candidates or as independent candidates. Because when we come to the clearance of independent candidates, the timelines are there and they have been given clearly. But then there should be no window to jump over, so that we strengthen political parties. Once somebody is defeated at party primaries, and that's why they should be fair, then he has no other opportunity to jump over to becoming an independent candidate. So you choose in which manner you want to participate in election. I wanted to talk about also the question of coalition and mergers as an important factor in the calendar. As the provision of the Act, pre-election coalition and mergers should be submitted and filed at least 90 days towards the next general election. And I think we have seen political parties really trying to coalesce together and try to look at how they will come together, which is a very good thing. What we are sure is that this time round we want the coalition agreement and the merger document to be watertight, so that the question of the regulation, before we came up with the regulations 2019, which now tells the manner in which a coalition agreement should be scrutinized and deposited, as opposed to what happened in the other election. The question of manifestos also is important as we go towards the next general election, so that Kenyans are able to know what is captured in political party manifestos. For the first time in the proposed legal reform, we want to obligate political parties to make statement of ideologies, so that we know which ideological disposition a particular party stands for and whether they have been following it, and also filing of manifestos with the Office of Registrar of Political Parties. So we are looking also at the question of strengthening the compliance function, so that parties are able to respond to all the issues that are related to compliance with 2-third gender rule, with also the persons with disability, and also training the parties around that. I know I'm running out of time, but allow me, Madam, to just respond to one issue that was raised when the chairperson of the Media Council was speaking, the question of people who seem to be in other parties and in these other ones. You see, that is one area that is grossly misreported, who actually should kick out people who are propagating ideologies of other political parties. The issue is 2 facts must be put in place. Fact number 1 is that if you are in a coalition and you are seen with members of that within that coalition, then you are not propagating ideologies of another political party, because the Act covers people who are actually in the same coalition. You can talk together, work together, and even campaign for each other, because you are in the same coalition, and it's set out in your coalition agreement. Fact number 2 is that should there be breach and somebody behaves in a manner like this, just is supporting an ideology of another party which is not within a coalition, then it's the responsibility of the party under Section 14 to sanction its own members. It's not the responsibility of the Registrar of Political Parties. The Act assumes that the party shall deem their own members to have resigned and then inform the registrar. And then the registrar will delete those people from their membership register. And we have done that severally. When the deeming has been done, luckily in all our cases, the members have been rescued by the courts and returned back either to wherever they were coming from, to the party. But the responsibility actually lies with the party, and it's the party that actually should sanction its own members. And that is the essence of what the president of I think it's the chair of the council was saying, co-regulation, so that party also takes some level of responsibility on their own members, and then we also take our own responsibility on the other. I think I won't stop there. There were so many things we could have said, but in the interest of time, I stop there. Thank you.